Hey YouTube friends, welcome to RK Treasure Center. My name is Roy. Well, I've got about 6 items to pull today. Total sales was $136.05. A lot of people did pay their shipping, so after fees and everything, I'm just going to be short under $100 to put in my pocket again. And that's good. That's another good sales day. And this is only the items that sold right here, this little pile. So I went ahead and pulled them and thought I'd go ahead and show them to you real quick, because I probably got a couple other things I want to put in this video, and I want to be able to have time for it. So I'm not going to walk around and show you everything. I'm just going to show you the items that sold, and we'll talk about those. This is, let's talk about this item first since I grabbed it. This is an old Dymo label. I already got in a bag. I wanted to keep it together. It's got the Dymo label tags, labeling labels, I guess, whatever you want to say. But this old Dymo label is the 1885. And it sold for $11.95, and the buyer paid the shipping. And if you look for these old Dymo labels, they sell. I've picked up several and sold several of them over time. They're usually not super fast sellers, but they're not something that's going to sit on a shelf for a long time. And generally, you can find them at garage sales and places like that, and you can pick them up for fairly cheap. I usually can find them for 25 cents, 50 cents at garage sales. So whenever I find labels to put with them, if I can find boxes, I'll put 2 or 3 labels with each Dymo label that I find. So I've got several of these, and I found a whole bunch of Dymo labels to go with it. So I just went ahead and put a couple with this one and a couple with the next one and so forth. And didn't you get it? But like I said, they'll make some money. This is some old vintage popsicles or popsicle holders. This is Tupperware. And this I actually almost kept for myself because it had some memory. I remember my mom used to buy orange juice for me, and we'd take orange juice and pour it into each one of these, and then put the stick down on top of it and stick it to the freezer. And I'd go, and after school I'd go pull one out and have an orange juice pop, I guess. So it was kind of a good memory for me, and I almost kept them just to go ahead and do that again, but I didn't. So I went ahead and listed these, and these sold for $17.05. And that's free shipping, and they're lightweight, and they go into a small box. Speaking of boxes, inside this box, since you can't see it, and I'll put the picture up here, is a little tiny china vase. I couldn't quite understand what the writing was. There was some writing on the vase, and I couldn't understand it, but I did research and did find it. It's called a poem vase. And I don't know what the poem says, but it's got a nice little poem, I supposedly, on the side of it. But the vase was really nice. It's only 4 inches tall. It sold for $29.69, and the buyer paid the shipping. So that was a good little vase. And in this priority bag, since you can't see what's inside here, this is a pair of diabetic socks. Not just one pair, but there's 6 pairs of diabetic socks. Brand new, packaged. Whenever you get things like that or find things like that, medical shoes, socks, things like that, they sell real good. You got to be careful about medical equipment. That's not a good thing to sell on eBay unless you're a licensed person and you can do it through eBay, because a lot of that stuff has got to be what they have. It's RX. If it's got an RX symbol on there, don't sell it, because you'll get eBay will knock it off, and you'll get gigged for selling something. So if you got anything that's marked with an RX on it, don't do it. But diabetic socks, therapeutic socks, things like that, they sell great. These sold for $39.99 shipped, and as you can see, they're going into a flat rate padded envelope, so not bad. I don't remember the exact price I paid for them, but let's just say I'm going to make my money off of these. All right. Normally I wouldn't sell this, or a book, not just anything, but a little tiny book like this. This is called Winning at Internet Poker for Dummies. And the thing is I picked up a box with a whole bunch of stuff in it at a garage sale, and this was in there. And so when I'm pulling stuff out, I'm putting stuff off to where I'm going to decide if I'm going to redonate it, send it to Goodwill, whatever. And I just laid this off to the side. And really, honestly, I like the little aces picture right there, and I thought about trying to make a thumbnail out of that one time, and I never did. But this book, I'd lay it off to the side, I'd move it over here, I'd move it over there. I just kept moving it and not actually putting it in a box to send back to Goodwill when I do charity, or if I did, whenever I take a box to Goodwill and drop it off for donations or something like that, I kept forgetting to put this in there. So I just grabbed it and I said, well, let's list it and sell it. It won't take a second, just take a couple pictures. I didn't even put a description down it and just sell it. And the original price on this was $2.95. So that's what I listed it for. It sold for $2.95. Plus the buyer paid the shipping. It's going out media mail. There's no advertisements. So $2.95 for that. All right. And then I have this Topps card. Now this is actually Efren Reyes. This is a pool player. And I like to play pool. So Efren Reyes was a kind of a person I like to watch to play years ago, back many years ago, let's just say it that way. And he's still alive. But this Topps card that I picked up a long while back, like I said, because I liked Efren Reyes. But I decided that it was going to sell this card. There's no sense in holding on to it. It doesn't really bring any meaning or value to me, other than just looking at it and saying, hey, that's a nice little card. And I don't know, it's because the light, I'm sure, is blocking, so you can't see it too well. I got it turned. Hopefully you can see it a little bit this way. But this is by Allen and Gunter, is the maker of this, and it is a Topps card. It does say Topps right there, and it's got information about them. This little card right here sold for $16.20 free shipping. And in case you're wondering, I'm not going to just take this and put it in an envelope and put a regular 55-cent stamp on it and mail it out. The reason being is because if the buyer claimed they never got it, but they did get it, then I would have to recoup the losses on that. And so I'm going to put it in an envelope and put a regular label on it. It's probably going to cost me about $3.50. A lot of people do that with cards. They take the chances because they save on shipping by putting it in a regular envelope and stick a 55-cent stamp on it, or stamps are going to change pretty soon probably. But they're going to stick 55-cent stamp on it and mail it out, and they just take a loss. If the people that get it, great. And if people say they didn't get it or got lost in the mail, or they're just falsely saying they didn't get it, then if they sell enough cards that they can recoup their losses that way. But me, I like to make sure there's a tracking number. Plus, I let the buyer know that there's a tracking number, so that way they can follow it on their shipment on the way to them. And if it did get lost, well, then I can work it out through eBay. But that's what I do, is I go ahead and stick everything I sell. I don't ever put anything in a regular envelope and send it out for a 55-cent stamp. I just don't do it, because I want to make sure it has a tracking number and it's covered. So like I said, this going out, and that's going to be an easy envelope to mail, but it will get a regular label. And those are the 6 items that sold. So I'm going to get them wrapped up, taken to the post office. And then I got a couple other things I want to talk about. All right, so let's answer a viewer question. I recently received a question, and I'll post the question around here, and I got it on my phone, so I'm going to read it off my phone. This is from Quilted Nest Vintage. And she asked, can you walk us through how you run a sale? I can do that. And can you talk about your thoughts on best offers? All right, before we get into how we run a sale, my thoughts on best offers, I really don't use them too often. I don't care for them. Some people use best offers on everything, and that's fine. The reason I don't do best offers is for 2 reasons. One, if you just leave it open at best offer, you can get bombarded with offers that are low ball offers. And say you're with your family, you're at a doctor, dentist office, or just whatever, you just want time to yourself. Sure enough, you're going to go a day or 2 without best offers, and then all of a sudden that one day that you want your time is you're going to get 10, 15, 20 people sending you lowball best offers. And then you got to do counter offers. And after you're all said and done, you're going to let it go at a lower price, or you're not. You're going to stand firm at a certain price, and it's not going to get the sale. Now, you can set your best offers so that it'll sell within a price range. I'm going to use this as a bad example. I got these bright chalkboard markers. Say these things are selling for $50 on eBay, but they're also selling for $29.99. there's on the comps, there's such a broad range between $29.99 and $50 that you're not sure what to list the item at. Okay, you can list that item, say like on a high range scale, you can list it at $50 with best offer. And you can put in a price range. Say I'm willing to accept, when you fill it out, you can say I can accept anything from $35 to $50. And then you can do an automatic decline where you can write in an amount and you can say anything below $34.99 and below, it automatically declines. And then that way, if somebody gave you an offer of $35 or higher, it's going to automatically accept and it'll sell. And then you hope that they pay right away. But as for me, I typically don't do best offers unless it's got a wide range like that. If I'm going to list, like I said, I'm going to list something and the range shows something selling from $20 to $70. That's a wide range. So that's when I'll do a best offer. I usually list it at a higher amount. If somebody offers a lower amount, I usually have a price in there of a range of I'll accept and an automatic decline. That way I don't get a bunch of emails and back and forth and trying to do the counter offers. But so my thoughts on best offers is I don't use them too often. Some people, like I said, they love them. They use them all the time. If that's for you, that's for you, but it's not for me. All right, so how we do sales. Remember, if you want to do items on your store that are for sales, I typically do sales about once a month. So you have to have an eBay store, and if you have an eBay store and you don't know how to use the Markdown Manager or do a sale, let me go to a screen sharing and I'll show you right now. All right, you need to use Markdown Manager, which is right here, and it's on the Seller Hub. So we're going to go over here to Markdown Manager. Once we get to the Markdown Manager screen, we're going to go right here to create a promotion, and we're going to go down to Sale and Event and Markdown. Now, I usually don't do markdowns or percentages off very high for any items that have been listed for a short time. So what we're going to do is let's do a large one here. Take 30% off. Now you can change it. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do we're going to do a 10% off, and we're going to do it here, and we're going to go to select items down here in the right corner. Then we're going to select items here. We're not going to use any rule categories, so we're going to collect here because I want to put in my specifics. Now up here you can do a price range or a days on site range, and I prefer to do that. Right now it's showing all the items that I have listed, and I don't want to do like all the items I have listed. Like I said, I usually don't do a discount on items 30 days or less unless it's a holiday type sale or something like that. And I try usually not to do one 60 to 90 days less. But what we're going to do is a 10% sale on, let's go anything from 90 days to 364 days. That's just one shy of a day of a year. And we're going to filter that. As you can see, 90 to 364, and this is filtered. And it's found 173 items that have been listed longer than 90 days to 364 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click that. We're going to check all those items. We want them all checked. So confirm selections. We're just going to do them all. I'm not going to go. You can actually unpick certain ones if you want to. So you can remove certain items if you decide, oh, I don't want that on a sale or a discount. So now we're going to confirm 10% off. We're going to confirm it. So we're going to save and review down here in the right corner. And then we're going to come, and it's going to bring us to a sale event name, which will not be visible to buyers. It's 10% off. It just lets me know that we're having a 10% off sale. Right now, today is September 17th. We're going to start this now, basically as soon as we get done and launch it. And we're going to do it for, since today is Friday, let's go back. It always wants to put you a month out, so always be a lookout for that right there. It always wants to put you a month out. See, it was going to put me to October 17th, and I don't want to go to October 17th. So we're going to do, today's the 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 20th. That's going to take us to Sunday. So let's say Sunday at, and let's go to, let's go to 11:30 Pacific standard time there. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So our sale event, I'm just going to say 10% off for a limited time. Oops. All right, now this is actually something that people will see. And there's a sale event image, it'll show up. So if anybody's subscribed to your eBay account, a newsletter will go out, and you can set up a newsletter. If you have a store, you can set up a newsletter that goes out. I have one that goes out once a week. And so this is right here. This is what the banner is going to say. Save up to 10% for a limited time. And we're going to launch it. And it's that simple. So let's go ahead and do one more just so we can see it real quick. Just create a promotion, sale and markdown. And this time we're going to do the 30% off. I'm going to leave it at 30% off. Select items. So now we're going to go to select the items I want at 30% off. 30% sounds quite a bit, but what I'm going to do is $365 to $999. Anything that's been on for 1 year or longer up to 999 days is going to be on sale for 30%. So I'm going to filter that, and we've got 56. So 56 items have been listed for a year or longer, and it's a lot of clothes, a lot of other items too, but clothes. So let's go to, we're going to click them all. Yes. Confirm selections down here on the right. I'm not going to change or remove anything, so save and review. And now again, we're going to do our dates. Today is September 17th, and I don't want to go to October 17th, but we're going to do start now, and we're going to change October to September, and we're going to do the same thing, but in this time I'm going to run it to Monday morning, and I'm going to do Monday morning the 21st at 6 o'clock a.m. So it'll go all the way through the night, and it'll do the same thing here. I'll say 30. Where's my percentage? Percent off sale for a limited time. And so then we're going to go ahead and down here in the lower right, we're going to click launch. All right. And it's pending. And the other one's already active. The other one is already started. And this one's pending, and it'll start here in about a minute. So that's how easy it is to create a sale. So I just stopped the screen sharing, and this may be a little bit of a coincidence, but I sold a calculator, and if you can see, it sold for $16.15, and there's that 10% discount. So sale works fast, and like I said, it might be a little bit of coincidence, but the sales are working. So thank you, Quilted Nest Vintage, for the question. And anybody else that may have wanted to know how to use the Markdown Manager and create a sale, I hope this video helped you out a lot. So thank you. I think we're going to end the video. So to all the resellers out there, find it, sell it, profit. To everyone that just stumbled across, want to know how this channel works, what we're about, or just see what's going on, I appreciate you stopping by. Leave a comment, say hi, and if you haven't yet subscribed, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so it says all. That way you know every time a video comes out. So take care, be safe, and be kind to one another. Bye-bye.